Good morning, children. Let's continue with the lesson on climate. We've already discussed the climate of India and Brazil. Here, under the third part of this lesson, we are going to study the rainfall temperature graph of both India and Brazil. Okay, now look at this graph here. Okay, and this shows the annual average temperature and rainfall of the 4 cities in Brazil. Okay, so I'll take Manaus now. So on your x-axis we have the months, okay, plotted, and on the y-axis on the left hand side we have the temperature. Okay, now, and on the right hand side we have rainfall in millimeters. Okay, then what about this line? Okay, the red line indicates that this is the maximum temperature and the blue line indicates the minimum temperature. Okay, and rainfall is given by the as drawn in histogram. Okay, so in the same way we have Belém, Porto Alegre, and also Rio de Janeiro. Okay, now here's some questions for you based on the graph. In which month is the highest temperature found in Manaus city? So highest temperature, Manaus we have. So highest temperature means you'll have to look into the line graph here. That gives you the red. That's the red one which gives you the maximum temperature. Okay. So in which months do you have the highest temperature? So look at this. We have this in the month of August, September, and October. Okay, children, be very careful. Go through the index, okay, and only then answer your questions. Okay, so the highest temperature is found in the months of August, September, and October in Manaus city. In which month is the lowest temperature found in Porto Alegre city? So lowest temperature, Porto Alegre. So lowest means you have to understand that it's the minimum temperature. So in which month is the lowest temperature here? Okay. So which month is that? Porto Alegre. It is the month of, okay, June. Okay. So June and July. Okay. So in which month is the lowest temperature found in Porto Alegre city? The lowest temperature is found in the months of June and July. In which month does it rain the most in Belém? Okay, so this is Belém, this is rainfall. Okay, so the most, so rainfall is shown by the histogram here. Okay, the highest rainfall it receives in the month of March. Okay, so it rains the most in the month of March. Okay, next one. In which month is the lowest rainfall recorded in Rio de Janeiro city? Okay, Rio de Janeiro. Okay, this is Rio de Janeiro. Okay, this is the rainfall. Okay, histogram. Okay, so Rio de Janeiro gets its lowest rainfall in the month of, yes children, it is July. Which month is the highest? Okay, in fact Rio de Janeiro gets rainfall, highest rainfall in 3 months. You'll find it is in January, March, as well as in December. Okay, but the lowest rainfall is in the month of July. Okay, so the lowest rainfall is recorded in the month of July in Rio de Janeiro city. In which month is the highest temperature found in all the four cities? Okay, so in all the four cities means Manaus, Belém, Porto Alegre, and Rio de Janeiro. Okay, so you would have found the highest here in all the four. Okay, so you'll have to look at this. Okay, the maximum temperature. Okay, so here it's again say March. Okay, highest temperature. Okay, so here also in all the four. So the highest temperature is found in the month of March. Then what type of climate will be found in Rio de Janeiro? Okay, so if you look at the graph of Rio de Janeiro, you'll find there's not much of a difference, okay, in the maximum and minimum temperature. Okay, so this has to be somewhere near the coastal region. Okay, so the climate will be hot and moist. Okay, so what type of climate will be found in Rio de Janeiro? It will be mild as well as say humid. Okay, so since it's a coastal region. Okay, then what is the range of temperature in Manaus? Okay, so look at Manaus range of temperature. So how do you find the range of temperature? Range of temperature is calculated by subtracting the maximum temperature minus the minimum temperature. So maximum here I'll take it as 34. Okay, then minimum temperature. Okay, so this is say 24 or 23. Okay, this is 30. Okay, 34 and this is 24. So 34 minus 24, that comes to 10. Okay, so what's the range of temperature in Manaus? So Manaus, we find the range of temperature is 10 degree Celsius. Okay, next is we are going to study the rainfall, okay, temperature graph of our Indian cities. So here Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai is given. Again, you find on the x-axis the months have been given, and on the y-axis on the left hand side we have temperature, and on the right hand side you have rainfall. Okay, so the maximum temperature is shown by this pink line and the minimum by the blue line. Okay, so in your textbook, remember children, there's a slight error in the textbook, just go through that. Okay, it's given the opposite, just check that. Okay, so the maximum temperature is given by the pink one and the minimum by the blue. Okay, blue line. Okay, there's a line graph. Okay, we'll continue with the questions here. So from among the four cities, which city has the maximum temperature? So which city has a maximum temperature? Okay, so here look at that. Delhi, the temperature rises above 40. Okay, on the other hand, look at that. On all the other cities you find Kolkata, it is lesser than 40. Again, Chennai is lesser than 40. And even Mumbai is lesser than 40. Okay, so which city has a maximum temperature? It is Delhi. Okay, so the maximum temperature is witnessed in Delhi. In which month does Delhi experience the highest temperature? Okay, so we are going to Delhi. In which month does Delhi get the maximum temperature? So 40, above 40, it is 41. Okay, so it is in the month of May. Okay, so Delhi experiences the highest temperature in the month of May. From amongst the four cities, which city experiences minimum temperature? So, minimum temperature again is shown by the blue line. Okay, so look at this. Minimum temperature, so here it is just 6. Okay, Kolkata, you find it is round about say 9. Mumbai, it is 16 degrees centigrade. Chennai, it is 21 degrees centigrade. So which city shows the minimum temperature? It is Delhi. Okay, so from amongst the four cities, which city experiences minimum temperature? It is Delhi. In which month does it rain the most in Mumbai? So this is Mumbai. Rainfall is shown by the histogram here. So the month in which you have the most, okay, rainfall is in the month of July. Okay. So in which month does it rain the most in Mumbai? It is in the month of July. Next one. Which are the months when Mumbai doesn't get rain? Okay, so look at this. So in your exam, children, you may get just one of the four. I'll give you only one. Okay, so I may give you only one city. I may not give you all the four cities together. Okay, so in Mumbai, you find it doesn't rain in the months of February, March, and April. See, there is no graph here, histogram pertaining to the amount of rainfall. Okay, so which are the months when Mumbai doesn't get rain? It is in February, March, and April. Sixth one, in which month does Chennai receive heavy rainfall? So look at the graph here which shows the rainfall of Chennai. So you'll find in the month of November, Chennai gets its maximum rainfall. Okay. So in which month does Chennai receive heavy rainfall? It is in the month of November. In which city is the range of temperature minimum? So look at this. Minimum you'll find, okay, is here in Mumbai. Okay, compared to that, see, Chennai also, okay. So the range of temperature is comparatively minimum in Mumbai. Then, based on the temperature of these four cities, which is equable and which has extreme climate? Now, what is equable? Okay, now equable means, see, there's not much range in temperature. There's maximum minus minimum, there's not much of range. But in the case of extreme climate, we find there's a wide range in temperature. For example, summers may be very, very hot and winters may be very, very cold. So from this graph, you might have understood which city has the extremes in climate and which are the cities which have equable climate. So looking at these four graphs, we come to an understanding that Delhi has extremes in climate and Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai have equable climate, because you might have understood those cities or places which are near the coast, sea coast, have equable climate, and those which have a continental location. If you take Delhi, for example, it is situated in the interior of India, that is continental location. So Delhi will have extremes in climate. So children, I hope you have understood. So this graph here, you'll be getting graph reading okay, uneven map reading in your semester, okay. So don't neglect these, okay, this part of your, lesson, okay. Don't neglect, you'll have to go through it very, very carefully, okay. So we'll continue with this lesson, okay, in the next one. So till then, thank you.